Today, I'm meeting Aradhya, the man behind Elation, a marketing agency that works with millionaires and billionaires. And guess what? He's just 19. Let's go and check it out. What's stopping me from doing the same thing that you're doing? Or anyone else for that matter?
For the marketing agency?
Yeah.
Experience, consistency and tears probably. But just crying a lot.
You are 19. What experience do you have?
Brother, I started my first jewelry brand when I was 14. It's called White Jewelry.
Okay.
And we had collaborations with brands like Burger Bay and Social, etc. You're going to see that all on Insta. That failed because I was a 15-year-old trying to get into manufacturing. I probably can't track that business right now if I want one. Then I started a skincare brand. Recorded, published. We were at only 3 retail stores. It was called Elation only. We were at only 3 retail stores. So it was called Elation only. That's how this company brought up.
Okay.
I started a skincare brand honestly to show off. So someone of my friend can walk into a store and say Aradhya ka brand hai, you know?
Do you come from money?
Nas, I don't come from money. Both my parents are working professionals. But, and at least at that time, they weren't doing that well. Now they are. So my mom's a doctor. The doctors are well. My dad's in advertisement only. Doesn't come in the blood, but still. So I don't come from high money, but I don't come from low money. So yes, I did have a lot of unfair advantages, to be very honest. My biggest unfair advantage was my friend circle.
Okay.
I'm going to shout out some names which I hope you don't edit. But Adhiraj, Reyansh, Nirvan, Vedansh, Ira, Kashvi, even people, I'm hoping I've not forgotten anyone important here. Devansh, Bhav, even people, a lot of people.
We get it, you have friends.
नहीं और यही थे जो नाम लेने थे यार बाकी चले गए लेकिन हाँ that's something which I had an unfair advantage in because a lot of my friends were, for a lack of a better word, connected. Okay. What that honestly meant was that things came a little easier to me than it would to you if you start this. So for example, Void made its first 40,000 selling on a football ground. मतलब we played football at this place called AB Plaza and वहाँ पे मैंने 3 अपने दोस्तों को 100 रुपए की चेन 5,000 में बेची थी. How I don't know. Now that advantage a lot of people might not have. उनके दोस्त शायद 5,000 की चेन नहीं लेंगे. मेरे दोस्तों ने बस मेरे को support करने के लिए never wore it. I've still not seen them wear it. They bought it to support me and that obviously gave me a head start, so to speak. And plus I've always had mentors, so yeah, it's unfair advantages, but everyone will have their own, right? They'll probably take them around 5 to 6 years. It'll take them a lot of effort and it'll take them a lot of learning. That's one thing which I did. I earned 60,000. I got 10,000 for my birthday from friends and family combined, and I spent 70,000 on a course. So it'll take a lot of risk-taking ability, but you can do it. But we don't service to the people who can. We service to the people who can't be asked. Our first client was someone whose personal net worth was north of 100 crores. So why would that guy even read one book on bloody social media marketing when he can hire someone like us to do it? So to answer your original question, and this has probably been too jumbled, so you'll have to fix it in the edit. But to answer your original question, you probably can, but you still won't be able to beat us because we have a head start.
So how are you different?
Strategy. And that's it. Everything else is same. Performance marketing, they're better than us.
Execution is same?
Performance marketing, they're better than us.
Okay.
Strategy, we are probably better than them. Don't get offended, I see watch this. Performance marketing, they are in fact better than us, which is why we also started trying to outsource a lot of us performance marketing to different agencies like CCR, etc. Which is because we know that they're better at us than we are. What are we better at? We are better at the personal attention side of things. That's something which you'll have at any small agency. That's a set apart for any small agency, not just us. We can give you more personalized attention like Rajesh was as compared to for obvious reasons. There's the difference between having 8 clients versus having 1,200, right? If you go to an agency, if you go to a company like Bain, for example, it's a consultancy one. Even we offer a lot of marketing consultancy, right? Can we compare to Bain in anything? No. Price, yes, but I don't like competing on price ever. In fact, one advice to anyone watching this, never compete on price. Apart from price, can we beat Bain at anything? No. Except probably personal attention. Because you will get more attention from the founder of the agency than you would from even a low-level management consultant at Bain there. But हाँ, उसके अलावा यार देख, being very honest to you, and this is a notion which I want to push out here. You can get hate for it. I don't honestly care. But the notion that I want to push out is, first, anyone wanting to start something of their own and deliver value in the society, just start delivering value without thinking about if anyone else can do it. The way that I even speak to some people, and in fact, if we do a longer episode later, you might hear some of that. I do sound like someone who thinks that he has 20 years of experience in marketing. I do. I know I do. I don't. I am happy with that, which is why I won't be sad when someone with 20 years of experience does outperform me. Does that mean I'll stop? No. That's just one thing which I'd want you to add whenever you say it next time, okay? Which is that I'll 100% be a 1%, and I'm already aiming to be a 1% in 3 days. I'm aiming to be a 1%er in the next 3 days. In the next 3 days, I'll get a podcast with bloody Elon Musk himself and become the 1%er. But I won't get sad even if I'm not the 1%er for 10 years. Assuming you have a good backup. Right. Which is why if you're someone who doesn't have the friend and family backup, get a job backup, get a college backup. See, to be very honest with you guys, I don't have a job backup, but I'm from a very decent college. I'm scored good marks throughout. Even my CGPA is fairly high. So the thing is that like, मैंने तब भी backup बनाया. मेरे को backup बनाने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं थी. After a certain point of, let's say, norming, even my parents were like, यार तू कर, हम पीछे हैं. But मैंने तब भी एक और इंसान पीछे खड़ा कर दिया. Why? Because I could. Yeah. So build a backup. If you're someone who's an HNI, if you're someone whose parents earn 2 crores a year, brother, please just go for it if you want. Or join our agency for a lower sum and we'll help you go for it.
Tell me, who's the richest guy you've worked with?
See, so there are certain things which you get from working with hyper successful or hyper rich people. The first thing that you understand is that money is a tool to buy back time.
It is.
And that's something which we very recently did with a client. So, in fact, I'm not a big agency owner, as you guys would have seen in the intro. My numbers are decent for my age, but they're not impressive. They're not even 10%ers.
You're being modest here.
Like
you are 19.
Thank you. I spent my entire 2 months profit buying a client's product.
Okay.
To retain them.
Okay.
So their product had some sort of a pricing issue, जो fix होने के लिए हमें current inventory sell out करने थे. By the way, this was not a book because I know one of my clients might watch this and think this was them. It's not you guys. So.
It's not you.
It's not you guys. I've told this to the client जिसके लिए मैंने ये करा था. But I told that to them after.
Okay.
Because, and the reason for us not being able to sell that inventory out through conventional measures like content, performance marketing, etc. Was that I had to fire 2-3 of my team members, and one of my team members just frauded me like badly. Again, we'll get to the story later. I was in a position where I hadn't hired anyone new for 1 year. I had no idea what I was doing.
Okay.
But if you go open my LinkedIn, I joined LinkedIn 6 months ago. 6 महीने पहले ज्वाइन करा है मैंने. ज़्यादा से धंधे में. क्यों? मेरे को हायरिंग करनी थी. और मैं हायरिंग में से हो नहीं रही थी. I couldn't see people take a chance on me, right? I'm young. I'm 19-year-old. People take a chance. कि ठीक है, इसे chance देते हैं. मैं वापस जाके someone who's trusted me उसे ये बोलूं that यार मेरी टीम ने मेरे को छोड़ दिया, स्कैम कर दिया क्योंकि मैं पागल था. I would have felt shame. So I decided to buy back that mess up, that time with money, which I learned from some of the most richest and successful people I've worked with, which is that they look at money as a tool to buy back time, not as a tool to get satisfaction. And this is a quote by a lot of people. It's not by me at all, but money doesn't buy happiness. Money prevents sadness a lot. Right? And if you could be, that's one thing which I learned. The other thing which I learned from working with ultra HNS for that matter, and even being around some ultra HNS, you need to care less about the small things. If the only problem in your life is, and again, see, most of these things aren't original quotes. I don't have enough experience to have original quotes. But if the only problem in your life is that आपके गाड़ी सफाई वाले ने आपकी गाड़ी नहीं साफ करी, या फिर if the only problem in your life is that आपकी कॉफी गलत आ गई, या आपका मतलब आपका एग्जाम परसों है और आपकी बुक गुम गई. You don't have a life, like realistically, like you would never hear someone even over a net worth of 1 crore cribbing about a coffee. I promise you wouldn't. At least not that I've interacted with. Because they just couldn't care less. Order another coffee. Why is your blood pressure worth 200 rupees of Starbucks is something which is beyond me. And that's for all net worths included. Health is worth everything, and so is learning. Third thing which I learned from working with Ultra HNIs. Learning above everything else. I will shout two people out here who are fairly new clients but have become more like mentors rather than clients to me as well. Their names Vivek and Sundar. Both of them have tried and put in effort from learning from me. Vivek is currently the chairperson at board, and he is the ex-managing director of Godrej. And Sundar is a seasoned professional with 25 years of experience, and he is the next MD at GSK and is everything. He's a mentor, he's at Reddy's, everything, right? He's a head at Reddy's business transformation. Okay. They both were learning from me. Again, this is one of those cases where they're objectively better than me, not subjectively. Where Aradhya's USP doesn't matter in front of them. They're objectively better. They spend time learning from me. Hey, can you teach us this? Can you teach us that? The level of humility that takes is insane. Right. But that's something which unfortunately the most successful people have. And right now, Sanskar's doing what a successful person should, and I'm doing what an idiot should. I am speaking, he is learning. So that's what they do. They shut up and listen. It's not the biggest rocket science in the world. The fourth thing is just basic kindness. That's something which I've started to practice. This I read from a book called Head Start, which you could buy.
Again, a shameless plug.
But you could, you could buy it while drinking like a kiva also. But an act of kindness goes a long way, which is an introduction here, something there. The first thing, which a guy I worked with, who was a fairly successful guy, did, was that he introduced me to another guy. I think this could be a good business development venture. And when Sundar, the guy I mentioned, sent an email on the third day of us working together. Hey Aradhya, Ankur. He introduced me to Ankur. Hey Aradhya, catch me up. Connecting with this guy could be a great catch up to have. Third day. An introduction goes such a long way that introduction doesn't need to be someone who can help. If I introduce Sanskar to a video editor who might edit better or might be a bit cheaper, that's a helpful introduction for him. When I came to this meeting today, and this is not recorded, so I don't know if most people think this is staged or not. Without even knowing ye hone wala hai, because this guy has put me on the spot, by the way. I just came and just talked to the videographer and said, yeah, teko koi freelance gigs chahiye, come with us, we can give you exposure. All that was my today's act of kindness, which is either making an introduction. If you find someone on the street, don't give them money, but go give them something to maybe give them like a 5 kilo atta. It's going to take whatever 250-500 rupees away from you. It's not helpful. It's just take it. De do yaar, atta de do, sabun de do. Give anything which is essential, just give it. And the giving doesn't always need to be monetary or introduction. The giving could be just a small talk, gifting them a book, gifting them a, I'm not going to plug now, gifting them a book, gifting them a t-shirt, even anything. Giving them simple advice, just acts of kindness. That's something which I only learned from successful people. And one tip, this is my last tip which I learned. We can do a podcast about everything I learned, but one last thing which I learned was just simply, it's not hard to be kind. That's one. It's not hard to be kind at all. And it's also not hard to, just help. Like helping is not that hard and it's not that time consuming. And
it's not difficult.
Exactly. And everything has an opportunity cost which can be calculated. That's something which I have learned from pretty much all of them. Not hard to help, not hard to help kind. And everything has an opportunity cost, which there is always a way to subside.
If you were 16 again, with zero experience, what would you focus on today?
To do what? To learn or to make money?
To make money, bro.
to make money, I would probably learn a hard skill which doesn't require much experience. I don't really recommend this to anyone until you really want to earn money very quickly. A hard skill is typically experience matters only in two aspects. When you need something done fast and when you need something done consistently right.
Agreed.
However, an effort like a video editing, thumbnail designing, even copywriting, they don't need to be done consistently because you'll be posting what, 3 videos a week?
Yeah.
So if you can get 3 videos a week done for someone, and if you could do it without panicking, you don't really need 10 years of experience in video editing, you need 2 months.
Right.
So I'd probably learn a skill like that, download an app called Gmail, which is fairly popular, and just start sending out emails, start sending out LinkedIn DMs, and just make sure that that DM has some sort of a value for them inherently. So maybe if there's someone who's put out 3 reels before, re-edit those 3 and send them at free of cost, and just say that I could do this for 300 rupees per video, and that could get you to a 15-20k a month easily for that matter.
Let's say I want to start an agency, bro. How do I today, as a 16-17-year-old, go about it?
Don't.
Okay.
So do not start an agency. That's a mistake which I made, which I wish I could remake. Because when you're an agency, people expect a lot from you. People expect you to get everything done. People expect you to be called ho jayega for that matter. So what you need to do is you need to start freelancing and you need to start building proof of concepts. So if you're someone who wants to start a video editing agency, you want to start working for 5 clients where you pitch them saying, I am a sole owner video editor. Because even if you're a sole owner agency, people will think you have a team of minimum 6 people with
Correct,
you.
yes.
When you don't, they'll be disappointed. When you can't output 10 videos a day, they'll be disappointed.
Right.
Start freelancing first. Once you have hit an exact ARR of 8 lakhs from freelancing or even 5 lakhs from freelancing, that's when you can hire your first 2 employees and then you can call yourself an agency.
That's actually very
But
good advice.
just to be an agency owner on LinkedIn and show off to your friends that look, I'm the next Iman Ghazi, don't start an agency. It's a mistake I made. And for the first 2 years, I probably got not a head start for that matter. So,
Chal yaar, let's say somebody wants to make 15,000 per month. So what's the quickest way anybody, let's say in college today, can get to 15k a month?
Again, so my team all are older than me, right? So I hire 25, 28-year-olds roughly. The quickest way would probably be learn video editing or videography and reach out to me on LinkedIn. But if you don't want to do that, again, so learn hard skills which are easy to learn, don't require that much experience. Go on LinkedIn, search jobs. Once you've searched jobs, there'll be an option to filter by recently posted. Find the first 100 companies, not 10. Volume negates luck. Always remember that. So find 100 companies who've posted the job very recently for a video editor. Send them a simple message saying, hi, I'm in college, so I can't really work a full-time job, but I can give you the same results for probably cheaper without the hassle of giving me any perks. Can I maybe do 2-3 videos free of cost for you? Do that. Tell them that instead of paying a full-time guy 30,000 a month, they can pay you 20,000 a month. They don't need to give you any perks or training, and you'll edit videos for them. Most of them will say yes, and if you message us, we'll also probably say yes. Just edit 2-3 samples for us before.
Finally, bro, to sum this conversation up, what would be your advice to somebody who thinks, yeah, they cannot do it? Like, I mean, they're not meant for it.
Evidence. So evidence builds confidence, and this is a quote which I've completely stolen. This is not original, but see, if you think you can't do it, it's probably because you haven't done it. And to be very honest to you, brutally, if you haven't done it, you can't do it. But if you build enough evidence, it's impossible to be unconfident. If you're someone who's been scoring bloody 98 out of 100 in maths all the way from 1st grade up to 11th grade, you're not going to be underconfident for your boards, are you? Very similarly, if you're someone who's edited 1,000 videos, not going to be underconfident. Evidence negates confidence and volume negates luck. If you use both of these things together, both are stolen quotes by the way, then through enough evidence you can build confidence, and through enough volume you can build luck. A concept which one of the closest mentors in my life taught me is luck surface area. The more you do, the luckier you get. So you guys learned surface area in 8th, at least I'm hoping most of you. So the more you do, the more chances there'll be to get lucky. Because maths में ना यार हमें एक concept सिखाया जाता है, probability doesn't have a memory. That's very true for maths, and that's very untrue for life. Because probability does have a memory in life, because the more you do, the higher probability of you getting that 1 in a million.
Awesome, brother. It's been fun.
Okay, see you.